Hi, everybody. It's me. I know it's been a while. Falcon 22. Okay, so like I said, I don't know if I said this, but I was gonna do for the spring skin. It was gonna be very light. I wasn't really gonna do any actual episode reviews. Instead, I was gonna do some first impressions and some anime series reviews at the end of the season. So I I'm gonna start with it's basically two first impressions. I know I have some backlogged animes from last season, but I'll get to that in due time. First impressions for this one. Now, this is a series that I reviewed a couple of seasons ago. I think it was the fall. This one, just Shoushimin, How to Become Ordinary, Season 2. I watch anime a lot, okay? But this one, I want to focus on specifically what happened. I think I did this review, and people probably saw this review. A few people commented saying, "Oh, I hope they go. She goes back with him." Blah, blah, blah. Okay. At the end of season 1, Kabuto, who was the guy we were following all of season 1, with his quote unquote, and that's another thing that I think needs to be addressed, quote unquote girlfriend. Because let me just say it right now, these people don't act like boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, they go here, they were going to sweet shop. I'm like, are they gonna kiss? Is it like what? What's going on here? I'm like, the hell? Anyway, besides that, they were going to sweet shops, and basically, Kabuto acted like he acted like a Sherlock Holmes. I mean, very funny. He would solve cases of certain things that were happening that he noticed. Now, at the end of season 1, somebody kidnapped the girlfriend, whose name is osanai. Osanai? Osanai? Yeah, osanai. 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 I'll say osanai. Can't say that word for to save my life. Anyway, apologize for the pronunciation. She was kidnapped by a bunch of kids from the school because they had a grudge against her or what have you. And then Kabuto found out at the end that she orchestrated it. And they went their separate ways. And at the end of season 1, he sees this girl in the classroom, this random girl from his class he starts to go out with. And she starts to go out with the random schmucko from the newspaper club. Now, season 1, when it happened, I saw that I did a review, and I wasn't really too happy with the outcome. I've seen the 6 episodes of season 2 from season 1. Holy crap! This girl, Osanai, has got to be the most evil, that's right, evil female character I have ever seen in a... I actually call this slice of life. I'm going to call it slice of life. Because really, as far as like titles are concerned, the genre is mystery themed school. So this would probably be school life. The most evilest character I've seen, most just evil character, female evil character I have ever seen in a school life themed anime. She is the most manipulative and most jarring character I have ever seen. Now, imagine, if you will, if a series decided, yeah, we're going to focus on the side character. And that's what basically happened here. They focused on this kid, Yurino, from the newspaper club, and followed him around during this whole arson escapade, because there were a bunch of arsons that people were burning things and everything, and blah 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 blah. So happens during this whole. This is the. By the way, this is the only reason I'm on fence on this. This whole them going out with somebody else. It was a complete waste, honestly, of my time. Kabuto goes out with this girl. By episode 6, I think it was episode 5. 5 or 6. She doesn't like him. She's like, we've been going out all the time. I don't like you now. You're always smiling. I'm like, what? And she says, you suck. I'm like, okay, yeah. Get out of here. Meanwhile, her friend told him, you were going out with 2 dudes. Yeah, go get, whatever you do over there. And during that whole time, you have Osanai going out with the guy from the newspaper club, Yurino. And episode 6, total bombshell, he gets owned by Osanai. And this is so bad that I would not be surprised if this guy was on the 9 o'clock news saying he killed somebody. That's how bad it was. Now, overall, I still like the series. I thought these 6 episodes were... I knew where it was going. But the thing is, there was also this whole business with Kabuto and his friend, who, by the way, his friend is voiced by the same guy who does Zoro from One Piece, which I was like, okay. And he wanted Kabuto to investigate the fires and the arsons. He took 2 to 2 together, but, it wasn't her. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but it goes into detail. But just the complete, unbelievable bullcrap that went on for these 6 episodes, to me, proved one simple thing. Remember, the title of this anime is How to Become Ordinary. And I have confirmed one thing. Kabuto and Osanai are not ordinary. They're not. They're not. No, they're not. Because the way they act is not, And you see, this is why I think I personally believe is true regarding the person who wrote the novel or the manga or what have you, is this. He did this on purpose. He purposely had them break up so they could go out with an opposite person who obviously isn't like them, to prove one thing. They were made for each other. Hence, the breakup of them at the end of season 1 is fucking meaningless. I'm going to watch the rest of the series. Rating-wise, if we're talking about the narrative and the characters and just the narrative of, when I mean narrative, I mean just exactly what was going on frame by frame in the series, I'm probably going to give this a 9 out of 10, even though I have my gripes. My gripes are not having to do, well, it does, with Osanai and how freaking evil she is. She basically, in the end of the day, she was trying to turn this guy from the newspaper club, Yurino, into him. Kabuto! That's what she's trying to do. But it didn't work out because he's not very smart. And she called him out on it. And he is distraught beyond belief. But still, I thought that the narrative was good. And I'm still going to give the first 6 episodes of this so far, halfway through, 9 out of 10. However, I do feel like this was a waste of time. But maybe that's by design. I think the creator did it on purpose. To show them, to show Kabuto and Osanai that they're not ordinary. Or they need to be with each other because no one else will be with them. That's the way you got to look at it. Because she mentally and physically destroys Yurino. And he gets told to his face by this random... I don't remember her name. I don't want to know her name. Like, you're smiling. You suck. Like, dude, lady. Go shove it up. Go shove it. Like, really. And he doesn't care about her. He's like, get out of here. Hit the bricks. So, but the scene also I saw was interesting was between Kabuto and Kengo. And Kengo's basically saying that after this night with the whole arson thing that he's probably not going to be talking to him, and so on and so forth. But overall, I thought it was good. I'm interested enough to... I'm too deep in with this series. But it is the most baffling way it's just... I can't begin to fathom how any creator can create a character like Osanai. It's mind-boggling. This girl, you expect her to go going like this. I want to draw a swirling mustache on her lip. She is evil. And I did see a few comments on my anime list. One person did say that Kabuto is Sherlock Holmes, Kengo is Watson, and she's Moriarty. Well, I didn't know Moriarty was a 3 foot, 4 foot little girl. But that's all I got for you guys. Don't have anything else. I probably will. Well, my plan is trying to get these done, but it's very difficult. But I'm going to I'm not doing any like I said, episode reviews. I'm going to leave that until the summer. But I will be doing anime series reviews. I'll try to get to the winter ones and then the spring ones as we go along. But the next one, first impressions I have to do is Bye Bye Earth, which is another little looper. What's going on in that series? Oh boy. But I'll probably do the same thing. I'll watch all the way up to episode 6, including episode 6. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. If not, I will do it later in the week. But this has been Bankai 922. See you guys later. If you want to get invested in this show, do. But just know you're going to be watching the most evilest character on the face of the planet. A real manipulative girl. Who's a bitch. I'll see you guys later.